Dr. Michael Craig with LogicalSoul.com. Today I want to talk about how is it that you accept criticism or failure in your life. Are you downtrodden? Do you feel sad? Do you feel angry? Do you feel upset? Does it stop your movement towards your goals? Or do you slough it off and move on? These are important considerations. How do you handle criticism and how do you handle failure? In fact, it's probably the basis of your success. Now, that doesn't mean you have to fail constantly to be successful, no. But failure is inherent in success. Just as, stumbling is inherent in learning to walk. Everybody does it. Everybody fails. Everybody has a certain amount of success. And it's said that the only barrier to success is our inability to persist. And I looked at this for years and years because I've failed so many times. I'll have to admit, I have failed more times than I've succeeded, many, many more times. And part of the problem is that in the beginning, when I failed, I was just totally crushed. I was totally defeated. I had this feeling inside like somebody punched me in the stomach, like somebody did it to me personally. This was a personal cross I had to bear. And it hurt. I mean, failure absolutely hurt in the beginning. And I knew that most of it was inside, but it didn't help. There was something there inside myself, inside my gut, that just did not allow me to move forward. It took me most of my life to discover exactly what this was and how to root this out. And I want to share this with you today in hopes that you will not have to repeat what I went through. If you're young, that's great because you can take this information, you can expand your potential exponentially. Here it is. Your ability to succeed is based on your poise in failure and your poise under fire, under criticism. How you handle failure and how you succeed are two sides of the same. When you fail, you either learn to let it go, in other words, the energy just dissipates, or it sets up housekeeping in your physiology. Your gut, your abdomen, your heart, your head, something happens to where physiologically speaking, a failure sets in. Now, if you are sensitive, chances are you've learned to sort of feel the energy and just let it go. But the thoughts somehow, and I call these mind viruses, thoughts that persist in spite of your willingness to let them go, your willingness to relax and release them, they still persist. There's still some thought, well, it's, I'm a failure. Some people call that self-talk. Self-talk we're familiar with, and we try to root that out through affirmations, through hypnosis, through other means that we know in order to get rid of the self-talk or to make the positive self-talk so much louder that the negative self-talk just sort of disappears. And to a degree that works. To some degree, however, it does not work, simply because certain self-talk is based on decisions that we've made very, very early in life, before we can remember talking even. What do you do with that type of self-talk that is so deep, that is anchored into your physiology almost soon after birth, at birth or soon after birth, sometimes even before birth? This type of self-talk is not self-talk at all because it's pre-language. This type of self-talk is a decision, however. It's made on an organic level, just like an amoeba makes a decision to back away from pain or stimulus. We make decisions, even in the womb, even shortly after birth, that we back away from pain, we back away from discomfort. These types of decisions, which I call organic decisions, are anchored into the physiology. And they have just as much to do with our success and our ability to handle failure as anything else.